Trevor,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheffield preview show. I'm here with Kyle and Trevor. How are you guys doing tonight?
pretty good. Getting excited for Sheffield. Week and a half out. Let's go.
I was doing great until I found out Kyle's a hater before the pod.
Okay, don't talk about it yet. Whatever you're going to say, bring it up later because we're going to go through the women's side and then pick our podium. Then we're going to go over the men's side and pick our podiums. This is filmed a week and a half out, so there's probably some other big lifts that are going to be posted that maybe could change our minds afterwards. But we'd rather get this out now so people have time to listen. And yeah, this is going to be a good Sheffield, though.
Yeah, I think this is like could be potentially one of the Sheffields of all time. I feel like we're gonna see some crazy things happen in a couple different weight classes.
Yeah. Well, a few people are a little upset that Jesus isn't going to be there. So, say on the men's side, the biggest squat won't be 400 plus, the bench won't be probably over 600, and the deadlift won't be over 400 probably. So, that's one thing I've heard, but I mean, there's so much to be excited for.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that is a little bit weird is not having Jesus there, but because who's gonna be the biggest squatter? Will it be probably Anthony? Yeah.
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 The women's side is fully stacked except for Agata is officially not competing. And so we had what would it even be called? Just what is it, a reserve or what do they call it when they switch her out?
Yeah, I think reserve.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Are
Zion.
you guys are also forgetting somebody else. That's a big deal. Who's not there?
Ooh.
Who?
Think about it. Think.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think if you're being sarcastic.
Hannah.
You're so dumb. All right.
Oh yeah, this is the first Sheffield with no 66s, right?
Yeah, that's I was excited
Probably,
for
yeah.
on the men's side. Like, I knew Trevor would love that fact. Okay. Well, let's get on track here and talk about the women's side. We'll start with the lighter weight class and go up like we typically would. This is going to be probably one of the most exciting weight classes, to be honest. The 47s. We got Heather Connor, not Heather O'Connor. I always call her that. And Tiffany Chapone competing. They've been having a good rivalry since at Worlds. Heather bested Tiff, and Tiff lost for the first time in her powerlifting career, which was obviously really hard for her and a really big comeback for Heather. I think we may have nominated Heather as comeback of the year, correct?
I think so, yeah.
I think she was my pick at least. So it's gonna be a good one. What are you guys thinking when you watch their training or when you just think about this battle?
I think I saw Trevor, or sorry, I saw Trevor. I saw Heather training recently. It actually does look really good. And she obviously has that monster deadlift. I think going into this, I was thinking she was the underdog, especially just because Tiff had that like massive meet at World Games. And like I think since then she's put up a bunch of, yeah, I'm just looking now, like 450, 450, 454. So she's put up a bunch of really big totals. But yeah, I think it'll still be close. Like I think Heather has that big deadlift, that's the weapon, but
Tiff didn't make weight at any of those meets, did she? Or she did?
She didn't
it
at
was
World
close.
Games.
Like she was never the past two, she's been like 48, yeah. But World Games, she was 47.1. So she's only zero point 0.1 kilos over.
Yeah.
And she totaled 450. So that's 15 kilos more than Heather's ever done so far. But
Yeah. Heather just squatted 160 in training.
yeah, that's why I saw that. And it looked really good.
Yeah, didn't she
That's way
do
over.
And I think she benched 80 maybe.
80? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, even if you take a little off that, you go what 155, 77.5. And she pulled what, 212 at Worlds?
Yeah, give her 215.
Even 215. That's 447.
That's pretty good.
That's a big percentage too, because it's a smaller total.
So say 450 is like what Tiff is around right now. Say subtract 155, Heather squat 77 and a half bench. She'd have to pull 217 and a half.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen any of Heather's deadlifts recently?
She posted a few. She did one where she said the barbells knurling wasn't good, so she only went up to 190. And I think she pulled a little more, like 200 or something. Could
I
be
think
wrong.
she pulled 210.
What?
Could be
I'm
hiding
I'm
at
pretty
220
sure.
deadlift.
Maybe that happened and I didn't see it. That it just
Oh,
happened?
3 days ago, 207. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's 7.
Yeah, Tiff competed very recently too, didn't she? I know they max out all the time, but
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's gonna be Tiff. She competed even a month ago. I don't think it's gonna impact her as much as most lifters because of how they train. But I was expecting you to bring this up though, Trevor. Like a lot of the time with the French coaching team, there's bad attempt selection. We've seen a lot of good meets from her. So it's like, did they either learn or is this gonna be the one where they try and take the records on her seconds again, you know?
yeah.
I think whoever was coaching her at World Games, if she has them again, it'll be good. Because I think that's the first time she made. She went 9 for 9, made reasonable. She still makes like small jumps, but these were all reasonable.
Mm. I'm just watching Heather's pull right now.
It was good, but hard. 207. Like it's hard to see if she'll add 10 keys to that, which I think she might need.
Yeah. Well, that's also, it doesn't, like, you don't really know. I don't remember or recall what she did in training going into Worlds, if she pulled anything crazy or not, you know? If she has a really good peak and a taper and she does something even more crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find
Tiff
it.
Tiff has had three really good meets in a row too, and sometimes that means you're due for a bad one.
Tiff might be better than us, though. Tiff might just, like, continue on her good
I
streak.
swear that's how Trevor always makes his picks. It's like, oh, they had a couple good meets. I'm gonna have a shit.
Yep, you're cooked. Well, look,
And a
we're the
couple bad
opposite though,
meets.
because
Oh, they're
it's
gonna have a
it's three
crazy.
bad meets, and then maybe you get one okay one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big discussion with them too is like if they do like 450 or something like that, that puts both of them in a good position for the podium, right?
If they do.
Yeah, 450 would
They
be
do.
what, 4%?
Yeah, 452 is
Or
4%.
about,
That's pretty big.
yeah, or actually
That
it's
puts
three.
them in a great spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both of these two are definitely podium contention for sure. I think the big thing with Heather, she's probably going to be obviously pulling to beat Tiff, and then if she misses, that'll leave her a bit shy.
Who has Tiff's? Does anyone have Tiff's powerlifting, open powerlifting up?
Yeah,
What has she been squatting in the last few meets?
172 and 170.
Oh
That
But
wow.
was
she
Okay.
when,
was,
that was when she was a bit heavier though.
yeah, she was like almost 49 the one time, and then 48.3.
Okay. So I mean if she cuts, I mean the bottom half is probably the worst part of that cut, especially being so light, but she seems like she's gonna hit that squat record. I would be surprised if they didn't load that 165 and a half. But if the cut's hard and they're going for that anyway, it could lead her to like missing lifts, you know? So
Yeah.
but she's in grounds for that subtotal world record, the 102 bench and the 165 and a half squat.
Yeah, I think she's pretty much like if you look at her last couple meets, like she's hit over that every meet. So I think she's pretty likely to break the squat and bench for sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Tiff's definitely turned it around. I'm sure losing really hurt for the first time ever. Imagine have no idea what it feels like to lose, and then you finally do.
Yeah.
So,
Because that would have been her what, fifth worlds in a row, her world title or fourth?
Something
yes,
like that, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's up to Tiff to hit lifts, and then Heather is gonna most likely load for whatever it is. I'd assume potentially if Heather's like just a bit behind Tiff and she can pull for the podium, you know, she might do that instead. But I'm sure she's gonna try and load to beat Tiff. Should we
Yep.
give picks for the weight class battle or leave that until the end?
You pick.
We can do it now, I guess.
All right, let's hear it.
I think I got Tiff for this one.
I'm gonna go Heather just because Kyle said Tiff.
Oh, that was my plan. I'm gonna go Heather because I want to see Heather get it done. And yeah, I mean, either way, it'll be cool to watch, but I'm going with Heather.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move into the 52s then. Got Evie Corrigan.
So I think Evie. is actually going to compete at 57.
Yes, actually, I believe I heard that too. Good job correcting me. Yeah. So I guess that puts her in the battle with Sarah Naldi, but I don't know. Have you guys seen her training in the recent past as she's gaining that weight?
Uh, she posted like 2 days ago something about a roadblock and motivation, something, 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 and that's about all I see. But
She looks good for like her normal strength, but I don't know, like she wouldn't have put on enough to be competitive with Sarah yet, I don't think. But yeah, here she did 165 squat, 110 bench, and then she pulled 200. So I think that's around like some of her PBs, or
yeah,
almost a bit under.
but she's got to be. It's like 520 or so at 57, isn't
Yeah, it's a big jump.
it?
Because Evie used to compete 57, right? And then she made the cut to 52 for the first Sheffield, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's when she won. Yeah.
Yeah.
put on the map. Yeah, the whole weight cutting meta. Everyone just followed. That's where Shell ended up winning, and but yeah, I think for her,
Agatha too.
Agatha as well. Yeah, for her it's probably better. I think she travels the whole world. I'm pretty sure didn't she move to Thailand or something like that?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
And I'm glad because if not, I didn't want to sound crazy. But I don't actually have like I don't follow her on Instagram. I tried searching her up. I think what's her Instagram user?
It's BV.
Yeah, 'cause I always typing her name to find her and it doesn't come up. It's like a corgi account or something. Yeah, I'll find her. But okay, well, that's probably better for her. I wonder if she'll stick with that moving forward. You'd assume she would if she was doing it for Sheffield.
Yeah, it's funny because she's like a longer limbed lifter, so you would have thought that the cut would have like hurt her more, but she obviously has done fantastic at 52. But I feel like as she goes up and fills out, it'll definitely help her subtotal as well. So we'll see what she can do with some more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's hard for all the people who cut and stay so light for so long. Like with Shell, it happened quite quickly where he had his peak and then it's like so hard to maintain. It's a little different for her because it was a few years, but with people creeping up, she might just be like, all right, time to see what I can do heavier. Okay, so looking at Serenaldi then, what do you guys see and think when it comes to her training?
It's hard because she hasn't posted any like really big top sets or like singles, doubles, anything like that. But there's some pretty big like working sets. Like she squatted 180 for six.
Yes.
She did 210 for five on deadlift. So she looks like she's really strong right now, but it's hard to say where exactly she's at.
Did she
Mm.
hold the world record total?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. 520.
Yeah, it's very hard to gauge when they don't post the singles and the doubles
And it
and the
looks like
triples.
she did 521 at I think this is Italian Nationals or some kind of meet in Italy.
Yeah, so just a little over the world record.
Yeah. And at World Games, she did 530 at World Games. So
Wow.
How heavy was she?
she was 57.5, so she's half a kilo over
Just a tiny bit over. Yeah.
Squat at that meet.
at the World Games meet. She did 202.5.
Yeah, so she's looking for that world record. That set of squats would indicate like 180 for six, you said? It's
Yeah.
pretty natty. And the world record is 197 and a half. So I think she'll take a crack at that.
I think the deadlift set too, like 210 for five. Her best deadlift is like 220, 223. So she could be in store for a big deadlift PB as well.
And that's a massive set. And I mean, cutting probably isn't hard. She must have weighed in a little heavy on purpose at the World Games to ball out and not break her record for this moment for Sheffield.
Yeah. So if she does say she does, so she's done 530. Say she adds a bit more, that'll still put her at like 2 to 3% over the world record, which is also a pretty good spot.
Yeah, yeah, she should do really well. I just don't think that will be enough to be on the podium potentially after we discuss the rest of the weight classes and depending on how everyone's day goes. But yeah, that squat and deadlift world record and breaking the world record total. It's like hell of a day. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, she would need to put about 21 keys on that for 4%, which I think is kind of what you would want for the podium or need, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if she plays her game too, and then a bunch of people miss, you never know, right? Like if she's putting up 2 or 3%, that's still really good. But yeah, as we go through, we'll see. I think we have a few lifters where we expect a lot out of them. So, all right, moving into the 63s. This is another one where a lot of the top sets for Alba haven't been really posted from what I've seen. So it's hard to see where she's at. But we have big three: Chiara Bernardi, Meg Scanlon, Alba, all competing together. And this will be probably the tightest of the three. It's the only one that has three lifters in it, only weight class, but should be a good one here. I'm excited to talk about who we all have winning this weight class.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna be tight, like as it always is. These three are always pretty close together. I'm just trying to, yeah, it is hard because Alba doesn't really post much.
Yep.
We got a
She,
lot for Meg because Meg did a billion meets last year, so we could see she's doing well.
Meg's doing really well. Meg's kind of in a similar situation to Tiff, where Worlds wasn't the best for her, and then since then, she's just been popping off at multiple meets. I'm really excited to see what Meg does. Get that head-to-head battle back again as well.
Yeah, I'm just comparing. Yeah, because if Megan can hold on to the strength that she, because she did, she's kind of building up into the 69s, or she was 67, so she did get quite a bit heavy. But if she can hold on to that strength, she put up 580, which would be huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and her pull's coming along so well too. I think that's a really big one for her. And by the time she recomps and stuff, she shouldn't have any problems with it. If anything, maybe better leverage. So that'll be a very cool little deadlift battle there too, because Elba has a massive pull.
I think I'm kind of leaning towards Alba myself.
Damn. Meg's number one fan is switching up.
I know I love Meg, but it's a lot easier to predict what she's going to do, and I don't think she'll break it by that much. Where Alba is so young too, right? Like she's what, 23?
Yeah, I think she's just at a juniors or still a junior.
Yeah, and she was pacing so well before Worlds. Like it's hard to tell because she doesn't post, but like she's pacing so good. She's so young. She is hiding training, so maybe it's really good. It's kind of my
Well,
thought, but
she was on a podcast recently talking about how she stopped posting because she would find herself, if she's always in the rhythm of posting her top sets, she'd be like, I'm gonna load this because that would be cool to post on Instagram. So she's like, I'm not going to post on Instagram and just train to be strong. And I think as a junior as well, the junior mentality, we all have it even still sometimes. It's just like do the big good number. And
yeah.
she's beaten that. And before Worlds, maybe she was training a little more aggressive and not making the right decisions. So it could be, like you said, even more crazy this time around. So yeah, not a bad pick.
I'm just trying to see some of Kiara's training. She did squat 215 in training, so that's over the world record.
Mhm.
That would be 5 kilos on her total. I don't see a ton of deadlifts.
She has the lowest total of three, isn't she? Oh, I know it's
She's
close,
right
but
in there though. Like she's like
yeah,
so Alba's is 565, Kiara's done 560, and then Meg's is 580, but that was at the higher weight class.
yeah.
What did Meg do? Meg did like 566, right? At PA Nats.
Oh, yeah. I think that's her best at 63.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're so close.
Well,
Who-
I would consider Meg's other totals a little more as well, right? Like her big total at Avansis, she's done a bunch of meets, even though she was a bit heavy. I still consider them
I
pretty.
think she was a good bit over the class, wasn't she?
Yeah, like so the most recent one, she was 67, so she's 4 kilos over. But Evanka, she was 66.4. Like I'd say she'll still hold on to some of the strength, but she'll obviously lose a bit when she goes back down. So,
Mm.
but like I think we could expect her to still be like 570, low
Yeah.
570s.
Yeah, I think Meg can break the world record. I just don't think she could. I don't really see her doing like 580 or 585 at 63.
Yeah.
The
So
other three,
who's your pick, Luke? Because I'll pick the other one so we could all three be divided.
what was that?
Who's your pick, Luke? So I could pick the other one. We'll all be divided.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys are both leaning to elbow, but one thing I would say is the bench rule would have made this class incredibly different. I mean, all of them would have suffered, but they have all still had some ups and downs when it comes to the bench rule since they bench kind of extreme. And it was at Worlds where Elba had no problems and Meg was getting called a lot. So that's something that could be like not seen until the day, and it could really shake things up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Meg. I could see it definitely being Alba's as well, though. So I figure you guys are gonna pick Alba. I don't want to pick the same people as you guys. That'd be
So
terrible.
I saw something about the bench rule saying that there actually aren't really changing anything, and it was kind of something that was already in the rules that they just didn't emphasize it. Did you guys see something like that?
Well, they're not implementing the rule for Sheffield anyway, so these people will all be okay. But maybe, yeah, maybe that's kind of what they are trying to say is
I
like
I
now,
think kind of what I saw is it already was the rule. They're just writing it differently
probably so they can
because
more though.
because they were changing their elected starting position.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably just worded better so that they can attack you more for it, I would assume.
But what I'm saying is they might still be really harsh on them. Kind of, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're saying that like even though the rule change won't be active, they were kind of already looking at that.
Well, kind of from what I saw, they just changed the wording, and it already kind of was a rule. They just are changing how they're wording it in the book.
The thing with them is I feel like they all kind of bench in a similar style. So if like one of them is affected, at least it should be consistent across these three, you know?
Yeah, but the problem was at Worlds it wasn't like that. Like
Yeah,
Meg was the one that was
yeah,
suffering.
that's true.
But I agree. That's the problem with the rules is, some people lift very similarly. Why is sometimes it's you're getting in trouble, sometimes you're fine, especially when they're back to back. Like they're coming after one another,
Yeah.
Mm.
watching almost the same thing. But okay, so I have Meg, you guys have Elba.
Yeah, I'll probably go Alba too. I was just looking a bit more. Kiara also did this meet in Italy, and her numbers were down a little bit. So like she could come back potentially, you never know. But she did miss some lifts, like she missed her third deadlift and stuff. So I feel like Alba's a safer bet. She's kind of a mystery right now because I haven't seen any of her training, but yeah.
What about you, Trev?
About Kiara,
Well, about like the three, who do you choose, or did you already choose Alba?
I started this off. I said
I think you
Alba.
said Alba right off the bat, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were lean. I didn't know if it was solidified. All right, cool. Well, let's move into the 76s. We got Carlina. This might be what her third Sheffield or something, or has she been at all of them? I don't know.
I think she's done all of them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, legendary. We've
I feel
done,
like she's somehow like underrated, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
she is so good, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because Jess was, I think, not overrated, but very rated. Like, people really were all excited about it. But then Carlina's now better, and I agree. I don't think I see the hype around her,
Yeah.
but definitely deserved. I love the way she lifts too. It's just like fall out of the sky on squat and then just stand up. Deadlift, just like I think she hits herself and then she just grabs it and rips it. Like it's pretty badass. You'd think people would like that more, you know?
I think she just kind of flies under the radar a bit because of Agatha
Yeah.
and how ridiculous she is. And Carlina, like she's been to Sheffield every year, but she's always kind of just like maybe she puts 5 keys on the record kind of thing,
Mhm.
rather than putting up a huge percent.
Well, yeah, last Sheffield she came second, right? And I feel like for me going into the meet, she wasn't really on my radar as like a podium threat. And then she just freaking showed up.
Yeah,
I think even this time, like, because we had a little talk before, not that you were underrating her, but I think you weren't thinking that she could do some of these records, or maybe I'm remembering
Well, I
wrong.
think because she put together a really good total at World Games. So the world record is now 620, which is really big. So I think that'll make it a bit harder for her. But
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's so she's battling no one besides obviously trying to place high in the meet. So she doesn't have any weight class battle pressure like she would from Cranon, for example. But she holds both of the records, the squat world record and the deadlift world record. And I think she could get both of them, if not definitely one of them. The squat world record is 231 kilos. And she's pretty much always hitting around there.
Yeah, she squatted 232 in training. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. As long as she like if she's cutting, as long as she recomps well or whatever, like she just needs to find her groove as she hits the hole really fast and then she can just stand up. As long as she's not off balance, because I think we've seen that from her before. Maybe at was it depth at Worlds or something happened, I believe, where her squat was a little lower. But I think she's fine. I think she's hitting the record. And then the deadlift world record is 261, which is pretty huge. But Carlina is crazy with the deadlifts, especially I think she feeds well off of the energy, and I think she can load that up and get it.
Yeah, she pulled 260 at World Games.
Yep. Yeah, I think, and she's gonna load it too, right? Like she could, like you said, the record's a bit high, so she might break it by a little bit. Might as well go for that money and try and place higher. So I think we see her load both of those.
Yeah, I think she'll definitely take a shot at the squat and deadlift world record and probably chip both of them, but it might not be enough to get her on the podium this year. What's the bench? Do we know?
Her best bench or training bench? I'm not
Well, the
really.
world record bench is probably
Oh, it's
yeah,
big.
silly.
It's like 150 something.
Okay.
Yeah, Agata's that's the like some one of you said it was like Agata kind of makes Carlina's stuff not look as crazy just because of that, but the bench is where Agata goes off.
Yeah.
All right. So the 84s, we got Amanda and Diana is now in the competition as well. Both of them will be going for the deadlift world record, as long as I'm not mistaken, and they should both be not even pulling last because we got our girl Britt. But they'll both have some really big deadlifts, which will be cool. The women's side is going to have maybe just shy of like three 600-pound pulls, which is crazy. So that'll be cool to watch. In terms of the squat world record, Amanda will probably take a crack at it again and get her at or very close to that 250, which she's been able to do in training before, like many times. So I think it's realistic to go for it and potentially take that home as well.
Yep, her training looks really good. I think she'll take a crack at the squat and deadlift. And then the Ziana girl, she's kind of like an up and comer, right? So her total, like she won't be quite around Amanda, but then she'll be swinging for the deadlift too.
Yeah, yeah, I think she's gonna definitely go for that deadlift record. So they're either gonna pass it back and forth, or someone will fall short. But that'd be very fun. And I can't imagine like that's pretty cool for her. She's gonna be just last minute call up at Sheffield and just almost yank 600 pounds. It'd be very cool. That's why they need Sheffield around here so they can just call Trevor, be like, all right, take Jesus' bench record.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't even have the bench record.
Oh damn it, yeah. My bad.
Trevor,
Well,
did you get a haircut just for the Sheffield preview?
No, my hair was fucked.
I love their hair like this. This is the way. Look at my, if you guys are watching the video, look at my background. Hell yeah.
You were way skinnier then. That's like when you were 200 pounds.
That's some kind of AI thing Luke did, I think.
I put it on Instagram. As soon as he joined, I took a screenshot, uploaded it, and it said, make him, I think I said a warrior or Viking. They made you
What?
small. They made you small, though. All right. So, yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm excited for all of those big deadlifts. It's actually pretty insane that there's going to be that many near 600-pound pulls. All right, we'll move into the last weight class of the women's side, and then we'll talk about podium. So this is allegedly, or actually, really is one of the biggest battles that has been going on on the women's side for years now, and I think Britt may not be the underdog this time, guys. I say that with sarcasm because I don't think she's really ever been the underdog for those
Well, I
lifts.
think Kyle thinks maybe she still is,
Oh yeah,
judging on what he was saying.
That's a crazy take. I never said that.
She's gonna hear this probably after and be like, "What the hell?" She's gonna get you, man. She actually did last time on her podcast. She was getting you for
Oh
something.
yeah, she's coming at me for the deadlifts.
Yeah, she was attacking all of us, to be honest. But yeah, Brit's training is unreal right now. Sunita, I believe, hasn't been posting much from last time I looked at her page in the prep for this podcast. But we know Sunita's going to come in strong, trying to take the squat world record, which she is strong enough to do for sure. 318 and a half. She's attempted, I think, 325 twice or something around that. So she's going to go for that for sure. And she needs it because of how good Brit's training has been. The bench world record is set at 167 flat, and we already know Britt has the potential for that. I believe she was dealing with elbow issues for a long time, and now all three lifts look unreal. And this is actually the only world record that Brittany has never held, which is insane. Like, such a boss move. Because besides maybe Agatha, I feel like not many people do that. Like, anyway, I think Britt can definitely go for that 167 and a half or more. And then the
I don't even
deadlift.
think Agatha's had the squat record, so I think this would make Brit the
Hmm.
GOAT.
Yeah, good actually. Yeah, because Agatha probably even in 63s wouldn't have the squat world record.
No.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Brittany's squat is actually on fire too. Like I feel like she's making strides. Like Cynthia does have that whatever 320 something, but Britt is going pretty crazy right now.
Yeah. And then lastly, let me just touch on the deadlift world record and where it's at. So the deadlift world record is 287 and a half, and Britt pulled 288 and a half, or 288 flat in prep. So it's looking pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, other than that and those records, we know that all of them are in danger, and the world record is set at 737 and a half.
You?
Yep.
So the record is obviously that's high, but both of them, and if not, I know for sure Brit could smash it. So yeah, what do you guys see in their training, and who are you rooting for, or who do you have winning?
Kyle's rooting for Sunita. I know that.
What? What are you talking about? I think Brittany's training looks insane right now. Like I think especially the deadlift, like her doing the 288, like looking super solid like that, like before she's even tapered or anything like that. I think she is definitely in store for something really big. And same thing with the squat. Like she finally got the 300 kilo like monkey off her back. I think that'll be really good. So now she'll be confident just loading 300, 305, whatever. And yeah, Sunita hasn't really posted anything. So who knows? We probably know that she'll be in store for that 320, 325 ish, maybe. I think it'd be smarter for her to just get that low 320s on the board since, like you guys said, Britt's training does look really good. Um, yeah.
Yep.
What do you think, Trevor?
Your tone has changed, Kyle.
What did I say before that made you think I was doubting?
You were unsure of everything.
Bro, you're like Brittany's gonna pull 320, and then I'm it's
Oh,
like,
I think she could pull three. If she needs to pull three for the win, she will at least get it the whole way up.
yeah, what I was saying is I don't think she'll load that. I think
I think if she needs 300 kilo deadlift to win Sheffield, you don't think she loads it? Are you out
Garrett
of
will,
your
I
fucking
ask
mind?
yeah, we have to ask Garrett. That's the
Garrett will
difference.
say no.
Yeah.
If he listens, he'll know.
That's crazy. She blew that 288 and a half.
No, she did. I think definitely she's in firing range of like 290 something. Like who knows? Maybe she could pull 300. I just
290.
don't
She's not
think.
cutting or anything. Like, what are we talking about here?
Okay. We
Okay,
can make
so
a bet on if she pulls 300 plus or not. But that doesn't make
Sure.
me a hater.
I think it
okay,
does make you a hater. Same with the squat. Like, you're like maybe three. Like, bro, she usually
Oh,
squats
not maybe three. I
260
think
in
she
the
definitely is
gym
good for
and then
three to
squats
305.
290 at the meet. Like, what are we talking about here?
Do
you
you think
guys,
she's gonna squat 330?
Maybe not 330, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if she squatted like 310 or something stupid.
yeah, I think she has the strength for it. So let me just reset this just to be clear, so we can move on to the podium, and that's where this discussion can happen. So we all think Britt is placing higher than Sunita. Like head to head, Britt's gonna win. It would have to be, at least from our knowledge, a really bad day for Britt for Sunita to be with her, just because of what we think Britt can do. The main thing that like this will come down to is Britt doesn't really miss. Like Britt's gonna go 6 for 6 and then probably hit every single deadlift. But I think the biggest discussion is what will she have to pull based upon Heather and Tiff, which I think we all have in, podium, potentially being first. Like if Heather, you guys have Tiff ahead, if Tiff does her super meet, Tiff's going to be at like 4% or 5 or something. And then can Britt beat that, right? So how do you guys see the whole day playing out then? Why don't we do that? Because that really dictates if Britt even pulls 3. Like, what if Tiff does not so well? Heather just needs to pull a little less to beat her. And then now Heather's on top, but Britt only needs like 293, you know? Something like that. So, how do you guys see it going down?
I'm gonna look at the numbers.
Wherever I say, Trevor's just gonna be mad if I don't say Brittany's totaling 1,000 kilos.
Yeah, I think she's totaling 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's
everyone.
going to be close. If you look at the numbers, so we're saying 4% is kind of going to be around the winning percentage. So for Brittany, that's 767. So I think she could get, like, what does she need for that?
That's easy. Like that's a
305 with
stroll in the park.
765. So you think she's going to be hitting like 770 plus?
I think she could. Like if she goes 305 and 168, and then she needs 300 to win, that's 773.
Holy shit. Yeah, like I don't think any of those are crazy at all. I just think like even if she goes 305, 167, and then like 290, that's already a banger crazy meet for Britt. Like she's gonna win the 84 plus battle and podium for sure. So I feel like she would be very happy with that already. Like I don't know if she'll reach for a 300 kilo pull if she needs that to beat Tiff. Or what would she need? Like two.
How many times in your powerlifting career do you get to pull for the win at Sheffield?
It's true.
And it's within reach. Like if it's 330, no, obviously. But she railed 288. You think if she needs 300, they don't load it? That's crazy.
Yeah,
One thing I would.
I think it'll probably depend on how the rest of the day plays out. Like I think if Tiff puts up something like whatever, I don't know, 455, and then like Britt needs even more, I feel like they just load whatever they need to win their battle and also probably secure a spot on the podium. But I think it's potentially she could also pull for the win. Who knows? It
Well,
depends how the
456 and a half is 5%. So Britt would need 774 and a half. So that'd be like 301 maybe.
What? Be 301.
Deadlift.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Well, one thing for sure is like not that you can't do this, but they're not loading 168. They're loading 167 and a half. They're not going to load more than they need on anything because
Isn't the record 167 and a half?
no, it's 157 flat. I don't think there's a point 0.5 there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That was 167 and a half.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just do this hypothetical. Where do you guys see Heather and Tiff? Because we have to pick our podiums, right? So regardless of what Britt can do, what do you think is going to happen on the day? Britt might not even have to do that to win if Heather and Tiff do bad.
yeah. I see
Yeah.
Tiff winning the battle of the 47s, then I see Heather loading up to try to beat her probably. And then it might just be a little bit out of reach. So say Heather or say Tiff's gonna be 455, and then Heather will be somewhere 430 or 440. And then I think Brittany could for sure pull to secure second, or if it's within range, she'll just pull to win the whole thing. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay. So if you had to write it in order, and so say Heather hypothetically, like this is very possible. If she does go for a big pull, do you think anyone can surpass her for the podium?
I think who did we say? Potentially Sarah Naldi, you said? Or no?
I
I
don't. You go ahead, Trev.
I do think Sunita can be up there too, to be honest.
yeah, actually that's true.
Like she
Yeah, I
could
guess
be 3% or something. Depends how hard they are on her deadlifts.
yeah, like I think if Heather, how big of jumps does Heather normally make on her deadlifts?
Sure, to be honest. I want to say she opened at like 190 at Worlds or something.
I'd say she should probably jump. I don't know, like probably go 205 or 202 on her second. No. Or is that too high?
Probably. Yeah, something like that.
She did 205 on her second at Worlds. So 205 to 212.
Yeah, she'll probably just do that same thing again. There's no point in going heavier on your second. Like, I think she's just gonna hit 205 and then just go
Yeah.
whatever we need to beat
So,
her.
but say she does that, but we think she's made some gains on her subtotal. So, say that puts her in the 440s kind of range. I think Sanita could also potentially beat that.
Because 440 equals percentage wise, that's like 2.5. Or no, it's 2%.
Yeah,
Just
2%. So, yeah.
fair.
That's what I'm saying. I think that leaves her vulnerable to like potentially Serenaldi, potentially.
Yeah, if Heather doesn't beat Tiff, I don't think she's on the podium. Like if she just misses that pole,
I think she could still potentially be on the podium.
maybe, but I think it's a lower chance
Yeah,
because you gotta remember every other weight class is gonna pull after, right?
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
So everybody else probably needs to miss.
That is also a funny advantage with Sheffield is like the heavyweights obviously do get a bit more of an advantage at the end. Whoever pulls, after.
Yeah. So yeah, if Tiff or sorry Heather lands in at 2%, like I really don't think she would end up on the podium.
Okay. So then so Kyle, I have Tiff, then Britt, then blank for you. Or is that not right? Who would be your third?
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say Serenaldi. Mix it up a bit.
Okay. What do you think, Trevor? Who's your top three?
I'm gonna go Britt, Heather, and I'm gonna say Alba for third.
Didn't you pick Tiff to win the weight class battle between
No,
Heather
I
and
said Heather, didn't I?
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. I'm also changing my mind as we speak too. So I was just
Because look at guys, look at Serenaldi's record. So she's already done 530. If she adds anything to that, she's getting into like the 3% range, 3 and a bit percent range.
But she was overweight when she did that.
No.
And what?
five,
He
I
did
think.
that at World Games, so that
Oh
would be
yeah,
in the
point
world
five
record
over.
is
Yeah, okay.
530.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could also be it could be Sunita, but it depends on her how her deadlifts go on.
Yeah, like I think almost every class could do like 2%. So I think it's hard to say someone who's going to hit 2% is going to make the podium.
Yeah. All right, you guys pick.
I think it's just Luke, isn't it?
What was
Wait, Trevor, who was yours again?
I said Britt, Heather, and then Elba.
cool?
Oh yeah. Okay. What do you think Elba can total?
I don't know. I'm completely pulling this out of my ass.
That's his put it all on black.
I just have a feeling. Like, remember last year when I said Emil was going to put it on black and win? Like I was saying there?
Yeah.
Eh,
That Alba is
It's,
my Emil this year.
it's a good guess because
Well, that's like my third place pick too. Just put it all on black. See what happens.
Elba could be in like 2.5% probably, maybe three.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go Britt, Tiff, Heather. I
You
know.
switch.
I know. I was saying that I think Heather will beat Tiff, but I also think Heather will be, depending on how it goes, Heather will just break the world record total if she knows she can't pull like 220 something to beat Tiff.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
because like she could also still chip the world record deadlift and get some money for that. And then she'd more like if she thinks that Tiff's out of range, she'd rather secure being on the podium and the world record deadlift, right?
Yeah.
It's a smart pick too.
In my eyes, though, I think Britt could do something crazy, but I think what they'll end up loading is something like 300 to be safe. It's already a big PR. Maybe 302 because that's 7.5 kilos. Then 167.5 to get the record, and maybe pull like 292 or whatever. She
All
just
right, Trevor, get him.
I think she can do more. That's still so that gives her a good total of 595. Oh my god, I can't.
Seven.
But
759.5. All the numbers got
Yeah.
switched.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's already a fantastic day and likely puts her in
I'm
second.
just so you guys really think if it was 300 for the win, they don't load it? That's
Probably.
what I'm
To be
saying.
honest, I feel like knowing them, maybe probably not. Like, I obviously
To
want Britt to
win
win.
Sheffield, they wouldn't load 300 fucking kilos.
What was it last time? Like, didn't she need like a kilo more to break the like deadlift record or something? And then they didn't do it
A thing that they prioritize. So in that like scenario,
Her priority was to beat
as a placing.
Sanita.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
okay,
I think if she needs, yeah, say she hypothetical, she needs 300 for the win. like, yeah, maybe she does go for it. And obviously I want her to win, but I think in reality it'll probably be more like she'll do like 760 and that'll already be a crazy day and put her on the podium.
I think you got haters.
I think I think she could do it though. I think she could load something like close to 300 keys for the third. I just don't know if she'll need to.
Because but then what would she have to pull in her second? Like would she or do you
To
think she'll just YOLO it?
what does she usually open with?
I think she's been pulling like 280 on her second.
Yeah.
She's
So
done
she'll
it a couple
open like
times.
265, jump around 280, and then go for it. So she'd probably have to pull, like, say she pulls, what's the record deadlift again? 287? Imagine she does that on this, like, imagine she just goes 288 on the second and then sends it. That would be
Be
sick.
badass. That would be the best way to secure her positioning. Because if they load 300 and then she only has 280, they lose 20 keys. They don't podium.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's realistically how she'll be in spot to pull for the win because, like, if she already secures her podium placing with that, breaks the deadlift world record, gets the bag for that, then just send it.
Yeah. I think that'd be the way because they're not just going to load 300 unless her second's already big because then she won't be on the podium at all.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think that'd be cool. So, what percentage do you guys have, like hypothetically, it at for the win? I have like 3.30. I made it up.
What?
I'm thinking around 4.5.
Four to four,
I think 4.2.
4.2. Okay.
Yeah, something in there. Maybe 5. Maybe.
So it's like that one guessing game. So if you go over, you're automatically out. So if you
Oh,
guys are wrong, I win.
wait, you said
But
3.3? Why would you say that?
Well, now it's like if it's over,
It should just be whoever's closest.
all right, fine. I'll bump it up to 3.6.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Bro, Tiff has already done 4% over, or she's already
That
done.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything. It doesn't mean. Now
she's
there's
had too many good meets in a row, and she never was at weight.
so she's chipping the squat record on her second, loading more on the third, having
Awesome.
the squat record from her second, and then bench probably the same thing, and then we'll see. That's my prediction.
We'll know when she comes out and she's doing it on the opener, and then I'll know. I'll be like, oh shit.
Damn it. Okay, men's side. So that was pretty good discussion. I'm excited for the women's side. But the men's side here, we got a 59 um, at Sheffield. So Ivan has been having some really good training. The world record is pretty big. What is the official world record at?
679,
Yeah, okay, that sounds
I
right.
think.
The individual lift records are pretty big, but Ivan's been having some pretty crazy training. I do think I've heard he got hurt or tweaked something, but until that point, he looked really strong. The only thing is, how heavy was he? Because 59 is not a big weight class, and he doesn't really look like too little. So maybe he's a little heavy.
I didn't realize he hurts himself. That's not good.
I don't know how severe it was, though. I think it was a little tweak because I believe you can pull up his Instagram maybe, that he was still doing decent lifts, just not pushing it.
But remember, Kasim saying sometimes when you're that small and you hurt yourself and then you cut, you just die.
Yeah, that was probably shock. Well, actually, not even. Remember, we were debating that going into Worlds. Yeah, it's a risky game, right? Like
Yeah.
he hypothetically could have hit seven. He was talking about it at least.
He hit 690 or something in the gym, didn't he?
But his lifts were fast. Like it looked like he had room. Maybe the deadlift he might have dropped, but the squat was fast. I remember the bench being good. So yeah, he's around there. And honestly, I think a lot of people, depending on if he's hurt or not, have him on their podium.
Really?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
If
it's
he's
hard because so the 690 would be 3% over the world record. Yeah, if you look at his recent posts, he is talking about like we're still in pain but almost back, and this is 2 weeks out. So, and he's
but
saying like
those
hitting numbers that were similar to his World Games prep. Like World Games, he hit 642. So I think it's when you get into these really lightweight classes, like it's hard. Like when you're starting to get down there, like you just said with Kasim Sand, like I think it'll be hard for him to get back to that. Like even 690, I think would be insane.
Like in my head, I whatever they were fast. He hit 690 in the gym at 59 kilos. He cuts weight and maybe he breaks the world record. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like by a little bit.
No, I completely agree with you. I've just been hearing other people really be like high on Ivan, just excited for it. But I agree completely. We've seen it time
I
and
would
time.
love to see him break that record for sure. Like I feel like I want to see Sergey's record gone. But like I don't know if he's I don't think I have him on the podium.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could see him maybe breaking the record, but I don't know about podium.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He looks super strong. That'd be nice if he could do it. And hopefully, getting hurt sucks. And especially at this time, you're finally like people know of you. You're going to Sheffield, all this stuff. Hopefully, you can heal up.
Yep.
So we can talk about
66, we have
him.
nobody. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
A good year.
Good year for Trevor.
Yeah, fuck him.
Are you
Well,
sad?
that total is gonna be we could talk about how hard that total is gonna be to beat now. What is it, 770, the 66 total?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a while,
Even
I
people
think.
making it to Sheffield now is gonna be really hard.
I think Joe Jordan will eventually make it to Sheffield.
That's
What do
true.
they need? Like 740 ish?
What's the percentage that they need?
95.
What did Joe Jordan hit at SPD Austin? 735, didn't he, or something?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Joe will make it for sure.
It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And his
Do you
training
think they'll,
going better.
do you guys think they'll ever bump that number up from 95?
Oh,
I don't think
Random,
they need
like
to
off
bump it
topic.
up. I don't think they need to bump it up really. Because think like that's why Jesus missed because it's already so pretty high. Like so.
also, it doesn't mean like they're not bringing more people. So even if it's 95 plus, then you're just on the reserves if you're not the number one guy, no?
Oh, that's true, I guess.
If anything, I think eventually they'd move it down. Because like what if one year like no one if no one makes it? Like I think
If it,
eventually the world records are gonna be so high that like they're gonna have to, you know.
do you think they'll have to change how they uh grade Sheffield?
I think the scoring system is fine because like eventually people will win with like 1% over, or like eventually if they're all crazy, someone could win with 99% or 98%. I think that's still fine though. Like
Yeah.
Think of this though. So 95% of say 900, which is the 83 record or whatever, is 855.
yeah. But like Luke said, it doesn't mean that they're just bringing more people. It just means that like someone like if like someone could go to Worlds and hit whatever 870 and still be able to go. Like what you know?
Well, what I'm thinking of is though, say somebody in the 66 hits 95% right on the money, but there was like 493s that all hit 99, and they're going to take that guy that hit the 95 before they take any of the other guys.
Okay.
Well,
That
You
does
know what
make
I
sense
mean?
to move it up then actually, now that you say
I
that.
believe when you win, isn't it auto or I guess no?
Only if you hit 95.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's why
yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe they bump it up to 97 or something. Because some of the classes, like you could send so many people,
Yeah.
and it makes it more interesting to watch when there's more than one person in the class.
Do you think they could just do it by like whoever hits the highest percentage regardless? Like they don't have to bring one from every weight class. They just bring like let's take the whatever 12 people that are all within the highest percentage of the world record. Or save two for wild cards. So say take the 10 people with the highest percentage.
Yeah, you could. And then maybe cap it at like three per class or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was completely off topic. It just
Oh, that's
came
cool.
into my head.
It's a good thought. All right. 74 is our boy. Actually, both of our boys. We had them both on going into the last two Sheffields, this one and the one before. We got our boy Shell. Shell is going to be at Sheffield for the second time. I believe he was coaching at the one before that too. And last year, Sheffield was the Shell Show, where he actually did that disgusting record that we were just talking about is unbreakable. But now he's up at the 74 kilo class. I haven't seen too much of his training. I'm sure he'll do something pretty good. But the main breakaway star of potentially the meet is Austin Perkins. So everyone knows how crazy Austin Perkins has been. Also, he was recently on the podcast going into the meet. So if you haven't listened, go listen to that one. But Austin's looking crazy. All of the world records are potentially getting broken. and the world record total is getting broken almost no matter what. Like Perk would have to like bomb probably. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Obviously, we all seen what Perk has done in training. I think it was 896 total. So what do you guys see in his training, and where do you have him?
Yeah, I think I said to you, like when you sent it in, we were talking about 900 kilos. I was like, oh, that would be embarrassing if he doesn't hit it. But what I mean by that is like he tripled 330 in the gym, which is absolutely nuts. And that's what gave him the whatever 897 total. So I think, yeah, I feel like Perk could come in like above 900, which is insane.
Yeah. So potential wise, you think above nine. Obviously, on the day, he'd probably just hit nine flat, but maybe more. What
Yeah,
about
but
you?
think about it. He did 330 for a triple, so you don't think he's gonna squat a bit more than that? And I don't remember how hard the bench and the deadlift were, but you don't think he's gonna load up like a 335 squat or something?
I think so. I think he might lose maybe a few keys on the other two, or might not load it. It just depends on his attempt selection, and then as we go through the 105s and stuff, how close they are, if they're close at all percentage wise.
Yeah.
But I think he really wants to solidify that nine. To be the first to do nine, even at 83 was crazy. Even at 93 last year, it was crazy, or whatever, 2 years ago. I
Yeah.
think he's going to load for that almost for sure. If he overreaches, imagine you slightly miss nine and you get like 890 because you were going for like 902. I don't know. But anyway, I could see it. He looks so strong. What about you, Trevor? What do you think?
I think we're gonna see more like 880. I think.
Damn. All
Yeah.
right. Perk. Perk's coming back on. You guys are gonna have to have some
The
words.
thing that's crazy is 880 is still like 5%. Like, so that would have still
Yeah,
been
it's still
really hard to
completely.
beat.
Yeah.
But I just like when I see someone triple 330 like as a 74 in the gym, I'm like, that makes like how the like I feel like you have to add a bit to that. I don't remember. I'm just watching again how hard the bench and the dead.
I'm not being a hater. I like Perk, and I Perk is my favorite to win. How many fucking times have we seen him rep out like pretty much what he hits at the meet though? Like almost every meet.
I don't know. Does he normally do that? I don't think he does that much.
Not that heavy. Like obviously he's stronger than ever,
Well,
but
like let's
like
say like when he squatted 323, like I don't think he was tripling that. Like maybe he tripled 305 or 310 and then
No, I
squatted
think
323.
he tripled 320 or something crazy, 315.
I think that
But
was this.
yeah.
I think that was this
I
prep.
think
I don't
Perk
think that was
will.
before.
I think he'll squat more than 330. I'm just saying like if we did that, it'd be like a 360, 370 squat.
Yeah. I think he has potential to squat 340.
Yeah, I think he may be good.
so where do you see it more like, say, not coming together? Because that puts them in a really good spot, right? So the bench or the deadlift, it won't come together.
I think, yeah, now that I'm watching them back, I think the bench and the deadlift were like top end. And I think that's where it's more risky. Like I feel like he doesn't cut a lot, right? He just cuts a little bit.
He said no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because he hasn't done anything near, I guess he hasn't done anything near any of this, like in a meet, but his best pull in a meet before is 337. So I think 350 is a big jump. If he get that, that would be huge. And then what's the bench world record? Is it 216?
I think it's 2 8 17.
215.
We have 215 written. I think it might be 216.
I think it's 216. It's a little more than 215.
Okay. But say he's gonna try to chip that most likely, right?
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah.
wants.
Guys, do you think he doesn't load that, Luke?
I think he's gonna load for every single record. I think he can do them all. I think he can do every single record. Maybe he misses the bench, like, but he'd probably still have like 208 on his second, or
Yeah.
so he would still be in a really good spot. It's hard to say what I think he would actually
I,
total.
I'm thinking like 335, 210, and like 340 ish. That's 885.
Would you say 335,
Two
210,
and 340. I would be that
85?
the thing is, if he's going for all the records, he actually might hit less than this. like if he doesn't hit them right. But in my head,
I think
this is
realistically he would bench that on his second though. I feel like for sure he could squat that. I think the deadlift is the one where what's the record's 342?
342 and a half.
yeah. So it's whether like if he just loads 343 for his third, I'm confident he gets that. But if he needs like 350 or more for 900, I don't. I'm not super confident in that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's where his squat's gonna end up, but I still just think 330 for a triple. I feel like he's gonna squat like 340.
Yeah, he might. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I think he'll load like 335 to 337. I think he could do more, but I think they're just gonna load that.
Yeah.
Because that's over what they did in the gym for the 896. And hypothetically, he's going to bench the same and pull more or pull the same, you know? So pull less or pull the same. I think he'd be good with that. Okay. So, I mean, in that battle, we have Perk winning. We'll talk about, I guess, what we see him at percentage wise later. Let's move to the 83s, where we have Joe, Borenstein, and Jurgens. The world record here is pretty high, 890. Both of them could do that and more, of course, at least in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about Jurgens' training, but be careful because he's going to listen and he's coming back on the podcast. Yeah, what do you guys think you have like Jurgens at top end, and then we'll go to Joe.
I think I could see Jurgens breaking the world record, but I don't think he'll beat Joe unless Joe tries to go totally crazy and misses a bunch of stuff. Like I could see Jurgens being close to 9. I don't know. I don't know about hitting 9, but being pretty close.
Yeah, I think Jurgens could be around 9 for sure, but I don't think he'll go above that. And I feel like Joe is planning to do something a decent amount above that to try to win. But yeah, I feel like Jurgens definitely capable of breaking the world record and then potentially 900 kilos, I think is where I put him.
Okay.
And yeah, it's hard to say with Joe. Like Joe, I feel like he does look really good, but like when he's talking like 920 or 925, I feel like it's hard to say with that because his best is 904. Have you guys seen anything? I feel like his squat
His
looks
spot looks way
a good
better.
amount better. Yeah.
It's way better, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a little heavy. I don't know, but it looks actually like very different. I think he doubled 305. Was it 305 double or something?
I
300.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was, and that's really big. That's like his comp PR.
And what's
And
the bench world record again? 219.
218 and a half, I think.
So he's gonna try for 219 probably.
Someone broke his record. Deuce Gruden broke his record.
Oh, he's an
Bruce
OG. He's been
Bruce
around
Duda.
forever.
Yeah, Goose Doodoo. No,
You
sick.
guys know who he is. He's been
Was
around
that that
forever.
wasn't the world record though, right? Because it would have been at a PA meet.
It was no, wasn't it Bench Worlds or Bench, not Bench Worlds, Bench Nats? I don't know
That
if it
doesn't
would.
count for three lift though.
Ooh, he hit his American record. That's what he did. He hit
Yeah, so it wouldn't affect this.
219 though, which is badass. And
It
Deuce the house.
yeah.
I was just trying to find his open power thing and look what came up.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Do you guys not know who this guy is? I know who he is.
I
Yeah, I know it is.
brought him up. Of course, I have to know.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
like
a,
he used to compete like when John Hack was competing in the USFL.
I watched him compete in person at some meet in America. And he's a house.
Yeah, his dad's a NFL coach or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was bench nationals and he did 219.5.
Okay, so the world record bench is still 218 and a half.
Yeah.
Only, huh? Imagine.
I'm just pulling it up just to make sure, but I believe so.
All right. So I didn't say what I have Jurgens at, and I figure I'll say it so that when he comes back and he can listen to this, I'm sure if he's listening, he's lighting up right now. So I actually think Jurgens could do more than this, but I have him at 895, which is really good. I mean, how could you be mad with that? I could see him being around here. It just depends on his squat. Like we were telling him on the pod, I think he could squat 330, you know? but I have it at 327.5 because they're usually good with their attempt selection. Maybe he'll even do less. I think he'll bench 2 and then pull around 370. So that puts him at 895. What about Joe? Where do you guys see Joe's top end?
I kind of think he's going to be like real low nine, like
Do you have
around that 905 ish. Because I think he's
I could see. I
probably.
feel like his squat is a good amount better though. Like I could see him doing 915 or something.
I just think he'll overload his third pull.
Because what he needs
And
380 for that for the deadlift world record.
Is it 380?
Yeah. So I just did say he squats 317 and a half, benches 219, and then if he gets a 380.5 pull, that's 917. But that's a huge day.
I have him at 914 top end. Maybe I'm wrong though.
What's
yeah,
that squat?
315, 219, 380.5.
Yeah, so I gave him 2.5 extra on the squat. If he's doubling 305, I feel like he's close to 700 squat.
Yeah, I think it should translate to that almost for sure. But Joe's really good at rep work. Like he's done, I think like 290 for like 3 or 4. Like, he's done so many massive sets before this prep too that I thought would equal more than 305 squat. I think his PR 307 maybe after advances.
Yeah.
But 315, 317, same thing.
Oh, he did. He pulled 377 at Avancus. I was trying to so he is really close to that deadlift then.
He pulled that twice. He pulled that against Taylor, didn't he?
I think he pulled 372 against Taylor. So it was like low 370s. And that was the one where I was like, I don't know if his pull looked like significantly better. Like I feel like his bench and his deadlift, I feel like looks similar to me. Like maybe a bit better, but it's hard to tell.
I think his
Squat
deadlift.
looks significantly better.
Plus, it's the same thing, honestly. The 380. But we're not talking about a big PR here. We're talking about like 3.5. So,
but
so
he's doing a way bigger squat than he usually does before it.
that's true.
I remember though, right?
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to see. I mean, that's like I think this is like absolute top end for him. He could do less. Maybe he loads less to, or maybe he misses and does less too. Right?
So what
Yeah,
you
I
said,
think he could
914?
do 915, maybe 920. I'm just kind of thinking he misses something along the way.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Joe
why I didn't
hasn't
have
really,
mine.
and Joe has played with the fire a lot with those deadlifts.
Yes.
What
Yes,
does
he
that put him?
has.
So if he does 915, that's gonna be around like 3%. So I think it'll be hard for him. Like I think if he wants to podium or catch perk, I think that'll be hard.
I
Can't
think
catch
that
Perk.
probably would podium. I think 3%.
Yeah,
Catching Perk will have to miss for
yeah,
Joe.
yeah.
Oh, to beat Perk? No, I don't think anybody's beating Perk.
No. All right. I think we're good there. Let's move into the 93 kilo battle. This one, they did a good job selecting this cast of people because they have those clips of the 93s after war. Was it last Sheffield, right? Or was it Worlds? I forget. But it was Emil and Gustav. We'll be ready.
We'll
And
be prepared.
we will be ready for you. We welcome you. And then Russ is just there in the wrong country. He's like, fuck, all right. But now they're finally going to go head to head to head.
Yep.
So that total world record is Russ's. What did he put it at again?
918.
918. Okay. So
But they're
before,
all hitting big lifts in training too. Like Emil just did that 247 and then on bench, and then Russ just squatted 372.
Mhm.
Gustav looks super angry and is looking at the camera after every lift.
All right, before we talk about their placing, do you think they could all beat 918 top end like just by themselves?
Yeah.
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 Do you see them all doing it regardless? Like even though they're going head to head, people might miss and stuff.
No.
Okay. All right, so give us, Trevor, why don't you give us your rundown of how you think they'll do against one another?
I think Russ looks really good. Russ looks fucking huge though.
Yeah, I
I
actually
don't
noticed that
know.
in like his recent training clips. I was like, he looks significantly bigger than before.
He almost has no striations in his legs anymore, so I'm guessing
What?
Russ weighs about 130 kilos right now.
He has no striations in his legs anymore?
Well, look at him on that big squat compared to like what he usually looks like. Like he looks enormous, and it was
Yeah.
really high too.
Yeah, that squat is not happening.
No, it was very fucking high. But
You
he
guys, I don't
looks
know.
dead.
Have you guys do you guys watch any of his training? Like he posts like more in-depth shit on YouTube. I feel like they're doing similar to what he did like last Sheffield. Like Joey's just putting him through the meat grinder. And if you look at how he's like moving on his back downs, I feel like he's under a lot of fatigue. So I think 372 in training right now could mean a really big squat for Russ.
You think after the cut and hitting depth, he's at 370 plus?
I
No.
think potentially, yeah.
I think he'll
I
be light
think
squat.
363, maybe 365.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
hey, that'd be sick. Also, it's badass that he's even loading that. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it is fucked.
Yeah, 17 keys over his world record. And he did that world record, what, like a few months ago? What, 6 months? That's dumb. But I just watched the striations. You're right. They're all gone. Even when he gets close to the camera.
Yeah, he definitely looks bigger than normal.
Yeah, he's big right
But
now.
he was light. Like he wasn't like I don't think he's gonna be that much over. Like what is he was 91.8 in
That was after he traveled to the wrong country and a bunch of
and
shit,
got
though.
yeah, he got some kind of food sickness or whatever too. So but I
Yeah,
don't imagine he's cutting like a crazy amount. Like I don't think he's gonna lose what he did like when he was cutting the 83.
this is Russ, Kyle. He's at
What?
least 100 keys right now.
How's his bench?
I
He
don't think
doesn't
his
post
bench
that.
is actually going that good from what I've
I
seen.
don't think so too, but it could be also all that like he hit
Squatting.
800, he hit 821. Yeah.
He said that he hit a 205 and it was like a max out.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, so he's probably cooked right now. But
But
I
like, bro, when you see how he's moving, I feel like he is just like super cooked. Like I think they're gonna do the super taper and see what happens.
yeah, it really just depends how super the cut is. It might not be though, because I just looked at his NAPF and he was a little light there, and his legs weren't super lean either.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's cutting. Like he definitely looks bigger, but I don't think he's cutting that much.
okay, so who thinks he's squatting more than 370?
I'm watching all these squats and they're all high. Like
They
this looks
always
like
look like that though.
no, like
I agree
last
normally,
year he
but
was locked in and they look good. These all are high as fuck.
yeah,
The 821 or whatever, 372 was high as hell.
I
Three,
think he hits 363 or
yeah.
365, which is still fucked. Like completely fucked. I just don't see him hitting like 375 or whatever.
Hmm. It's weird. The numbers that I have, like I just hypothetically made up, aren't as high as I thought like he would total. But
what did you say?
let me hear your guys' thoughts first, because I don't want to like skew. Because let's hear yours because you're pretty. I think you might be in the opposite than of what I put. So you're pretty high on like his training, 370
I
something.
just think like comparing like I feel like what they did for last Sheffield obviously really worked, and then he had this like banger meet at 93, first time being there, and he was light. Like I don't think he's gonna lose that much from the cut, and I feel like right now he's under so much fatigue and he's still doing this stuff. Like I feel like he could do something nasty, like say 370, 210, 355, which only matches his best pull because I don't think his deadlifts look that great since he's been bigger. That's
That's
955.
370, 210, 355.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
955.
pretty.
Yeah. I do agree. His pull actually doesn't look that good. Doesn't
No.
Does
look bad,
I think like
but
now
it
that
does
his
lock
legs
it.
are probably even bigger, like he could have
it.
more lockout issues.
Yeah, the lockouts don't look amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not that far off what I had. I had 927 and a half, 365, 207, 355. I think he'll probably bench more, but
What do we think about the others? Emil and Gustav.
I think Trevor, actually, let's hear you because you were like Gustav's number one fan last time, or Emil, sorry.
Emil, yeah. Emil looks really good, but kind of like Gustav. Because remember how fucking mad he was last year?
So hard because he had another coaching change though.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about that kind of stuff. It's
Well, I think
Gustav.
he does.
He has his steak and his cold plunges. He's fine.
I think he's still like when he I think was it 2024 Sheffield? Like I feel like that was still his peak form right now. Like I think if he could figure out how to replicate that, which he's talking about, I think that's what they're doing is a similar plan.
Does Gustav ever have a bad meet though? Like never. Gustav is always fucking
Well, there was
awesome.
Worlds when they kind of robbed him of that squat though. And then World Games, he also missed a 335 squat. I don't remember what that was for.
Yeah, but he didn't care about World Games. That was a vacation.
Gustav could total something pretty gross though. That he could be at the 930 as well. Like if he went, this is potentially a hyped squat for him, but if he did like 340, 220, 370, that's 930.
He benched 225 at his last meet too. But I
Did
think
he?
his training is the
What?
hardest to tell because like Gustav will be, I feel like, under what he's gonna do in the meet on everything.
Yeah. I still have him at the give or take a few kilos, but I still think he'll end off around there.
Yeah.
930, which is really good.
Yeah, this is a hard one to pick.
Especially because they all pull very close to the same. I think Russ pulls the least, but it's still
I
like
feel like
they're all
Emil's
pretty
pulling
close.
last at this one for sure.
Yeah.
Emil's deadlift, I think, looks good, and his bench looks good. Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too close. I'm just going with Gustav because I like his hair.
Okay.
Gustav?
Yep.
So what total wins then?
Uh, 928.
Oh, okay. If Emil has a super meet, imagine Emil went 325, 246, 375, 946.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like my gut's going with Emil this time.
Your gut's usually wrong, I find.
I feel like Russ is gonna have a monster squat, but I don't know how his bench is gonna show up or his deadlift right now. Like I don't know if he'll be able to, and he's gonna pull first.
Yeah, his deadlift looks very sketchy. Not sketchy, but like they look kind of soft and like his grip is bad because he's 100 keys.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going with Emil.
Yeah. Okay, so Kyle picks Emil. And Trevor picks Gustav.
Yep.
I guess Luke is the Russ
All right,
fanboy this
I got Russ. Please, man, start the cut now. Actually, we're too close. Fuck. We're good.
Start the
I
cut.
don't think it's gonna be the cut that gets him. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna
No,
have a
it's gonna.
monster squat, and but yeah, it just depends how the bench and the deadlift show up, and it's hard because he pulls first,
He's gonna have a
and Emil's
monster
just looking for
squat that gets 2 or 3 red lights.
Yeah.
not at Sheffield, bro.
Bro,
I'm
he's
Predicting
gonna
it.
win his
gabbing
world.
himself.
Yeah, he's
He's
big.
gonna be
Bro,
like the
you're
new
telling me
guy.
if Russ goes out and dunks 375, they're not just gonna give him whites because he'll be sick.
He
No, but he
did.
was.
He recently got a SBD contract, so maybe they're like,
Not mine,
no.
Trevor.
Imagine.
He's got
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just go with Russ, but fuck, it's actually tough. I can see it going either way. I think Emil's top end will look crazy. It just depends if he puts it together too. Because those numbers are like all pretty wild, but that top end seems the highest for me out of everyone. But
Emil, yeah. I think Emil looks the best he ever has. But
yeah. But I'll just keep Russ for the battle. But wow.
and like I don't know, have you seen Emil pulled 340? Like he had 30 kilos in the tank. Like I think Emil is gonna be around a 370 pull, and that'll just give him,
Yeah.
I just don't believe in it this year. Last year I was a believer. This year I'm just not into it.
What
Not
do you
fun.
think
what changed?
what do you think goes
I
wrong
think you
this
know what it is. I think now Emil's world champ, so now Trevor needs to humble him a bit.
Yeah, he's been doing too good. I think I said that about
also
Perk last year. Actually, he's been doing too good.
Yeah.
It's time for him to eat some shit.
I want Gustav to win if I had to pick one to win because Gustav had it rough last time.
Yeah,
What at Sheffield or at Worlds?
At I guess both really. Yeah.
I think honestly, Gustav is due for a good meet, but yeah, this is a hard one.
yeah.
All right. 105s. This is another crazy class here. We got Anthony McNaughton, our boy Shrek. We got Keenan Lee, and we got Emil Norling. I almost said Nerling. But this will be a good one. I think the heavy favorite amongst pretty much everyone is going to be Anthony McNaughton. But there's a few people really high on Keenan Lee right now because Keenan's training is looking crazy. Kyle, I think you're Keenan Lee believer, right? You've been seeing some good stuff.
He said he looks strong. I don't think he's touching Anthony, but
No,
yeah.
it's no.
You guys laughing is crazy.
Well,
No, I
it's
think
okay.
Keenan's also a phenomenal lifter, but I feel like I have Anthony hitting something disgusting.
Me too. I
I
agree.
think so. Here's it's kind of like with Ash, where it's like they squat and deadlift very similar, but then Anthony can bench like 265.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he benches him by
It
by
just
40
doesn't.
or something, 35 or 40.
I don't even think that. I think he's like a 225, 230 bencher, isn't he?
Yeah. And I think Anthony might squat something ridiculous this time too. Like he doubled 365.
Yeah.
And if you look at like, I don't think he's actually really done a top end deadlift like in meets yet because like worlds, he didn't want to put the world record too high. And I feel like at PA Nats, what did he pull? It was like around 370 and it looked pretty easy, right?
Yeah. I'm just doing some math here. And I think Anthony can be pretty close to Perk.
Damn, eh?
Like very close. I think he could potentially pull for the win.
I don't know. It depends. Yeah, it depends what Perk hits. What do you think Perk's hitting like 880? So that puts him at what?
Close to 5.
5%, and then 5% for Anthony's 1,024. That's big.
You
Like I
guys
think
have
Anthony's going over 1,000 for sure. I think
So
1,020 is
I have 380.5, 265, and 375 is 1020 and a half.
sorry, what was the poll?
375
1,020. Holy shit, yeah.
and a
None of
half.
those numbers are crazy. Like I think
What's Anthony's best squat in meat?
I think it's 370 or
But like a laughable
yeah,
370.
like an easy 370.
Yeah, I agree. I think he can squat 380 something, but I don't know if they're going to want to load that much over the world record when they know sometimes he has a little bit of depth issues. And if he
He
misses,
donks his squats now. I think that's old news.
Yeah.
Like that's in the past, is it not?
I just think 365 double, like for sure, is gonna put him like I think he should be able to hit 380, like no problem.
he squatted more in training too. I think he can do 380 like one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
would
Do you think they'll load 265 on bench? Like I know he's done it in training, but I think more like the world record's only 250. I think you
yeah,
might do like a 260 bench.
that's what I had to. I think for sure he's gonna bench way over the bench record, but I don't know if for the squat if they'll load a lot more. Like, what do you think the attempt selection would be there to go to 380?
Probably 365 on the second.
Yeah.
380.
Probably.
It just depends on what they're thinking, right? Like if they're like, I want to secure second no matter what, and then potentially worry if Perk has a bad
I
day.
don't think he needs to worry about second at all.
You think it's just wraps?
Yeah, it's. I think it's just Perk and him, and then a huge gap.
380
And then
point.
was like Perk, him, and Joe probably.
Yeah, but even to Joe, like it's a big gap.
We didn't even talk about the 93s percentage because they just won't be able to do enough, right? Even if they do, what do we say, 935?
Yeah, it's like 2% would be
2%?
a
Yeah.
really good day, I think.
Well,
So
if
you guys,
if Emil goes crazy, him and Joe could be close, but
you
maybe.
guys have Anthony at 1,015.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna be 1,015, 1,020. Like he's gonna be 4 to 5%.
Yeah, I agree with that. 1,000, yeah, because yeah, 4 point something.
Yeah. I think Perk could maybe like there is a small chance he could be very close to 900. I just think 880 something is more realistic.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't even go in. What do we think Keenan can hit? Have you guys seen what he's doing?
He could
Well,
be
he
high
could.
nines, I think.
Because he could also be a podium threat if he
Yeah,
has.
he could be a podium threat even if he's not close to Anth.
Well, he needs 1,000 just for 2%.
Oh, 370. What does he bench? 232?
Yeah, he's like a 230-ish bencher, I'm pretty sure.
370, 232, and if he pulled 380, because he has already done that. That's 982, so that's kind of low. Well, not low.
Yeah,
but
that
he
barely breaks the world record. Yeah.
it's so funny when like people listening are like, "Who the hell is that bum calling
980 total, kind of low.
Yeah.
lower than I thought the numbers were because I have no math at this level because it just doesn't click to me. But 982 and a half, I don't know do you guys see him a lot over that or no?
Maybe a little bit, but
So
it's not like I don't really think he's a podium threat.
he could place well though, like top
He
five, top
could.
six for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
And if the 93s don't do well, he would beat them.
yeah.
He could be like third, fourth.
Have you
But
seen Keenan's videos? He'll get his wife to back spot him squatting like 370. He'd be like, have your wife back spot you, risk your bloodline.
that's what he said.
Yeah. You should just bring her out on the Sheffield stage, load up 380 squat as well. Yeah,
Ooh,
If
no, I
we,
think
I could
it'd be hard
see.
for him to hit 1,000, I feel like. That'd be
yeah, I think it'll be 980 ish. I think he'll break the record, but not by much. Should we
Yeah,
talk about Etienne and then maybe talk about the podium
yeah,
before we just go off here?
yeah.
yeah. All right, give us a little rundown of Etienne. You're a big Etienne fan.
I think he can maybe break the record,
I
but
think he's gonna load up the
maybe.
deadlift record for sure, right?
Yeah, I think he'll load the deadlift record. I
I
don't
love
think.
his deadlift.
What's that?
I love his deadlift.
It is fucking great. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't post a ton, but it doesn't seem like his training is going like particularly crazy or anything.
His most recent post, the caption is maxed out on bad circumstances for this year.
Hell yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, like maybe he can hit the record probably more than anything. Just looking at hitting the deadlift record.
Yeah.
I don't really think he's a podium threat or anything. Oh fuck, his deadlift is good. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, he did a really nice 370
Yeah,
double.
he'll
370
close
double.
out the meet for sure.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think he's
think
gonna load. I
anybody.
think he'll load up, and I think he'll get the deadlift world record.
Yeah, his record is the same as Anthony, right?
Yeah, they're both 400,
Yeah.
or I think maybe his is 401 or something.
Oh, I meant the total world record. I think they're also like the same.
I feel like the 121 is what, isn't it 5 keys more?
I think it's 978 and a half. I think it's like the exact same. Or
Yeah,
Anthony's just beat it.
Anthony's is 975 and a half.
Yes, it's five.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's a little more than Anthony then.
Isn't it crazy how the sport develops though? Because like Bob was like, "Don't get clapped by 105," and now Anthony's about to become the best 120 plus ever. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just crazy. He's about to
Well,
totally.
people were talking about Anthony should go 120 this meet, and I kind of agree, but it's just weird because of their selection process for Worlds and because Ashton is doing Powerlifting American Nationals. That puts Anthony at a bit of risk to get his world spot back because he'll only have 5 weeks after Sheffield. So if he does 120 for this meet, he would have to do PA Nats because Ashton's doing it, you know?
Why?
Or
Because
he could do 120, I guess, for Worlds, but
He's
yeah,
got you have to just beat whatever Bob does, but
I think he will though. Like if he does 1,015 or what did we say? 1,015, 1,020. Do you think Bob's hitting that? Get close. He did
Bob
10
just
10
hit
at
ten
SPD
ten.
Austin, but that was like full everything.
Bob
Yeah.
swaps everything. The pull was pretty good. The bench was pretty hard.
Anthony can also save 120 for next year though, if he wants.
What about
All he has
Rondell?
to he
Rondell's
can
coming, yeah.
You hate
or he can
Rondell.
go battle Rondell. Fuck it.
I feel
Damn,
like it'd be way better to smash the 120
that's
record
huge.
now and then next year go get the 105 one.
But Keenan's just gonna push the 105 a bit anyway.
But based on what we're saying, not by a ton. Like say
I don't know if I'm Anthony if I'm that worried about Rondell.
Beating him head to head?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if Anthony went
like
up,
that's a hot take. Do
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it's a hot take.
you think Anthony's for sure would just beat Rondell if he goes up?
Not for sure,
not
but
for sure, but if we're talking about 10 20 something at 105, like Rondell's only at 1045 at 120.
Yeah.
And also
It's pretty close.
in that battle, I like Rondell a lot, but it's Rondell's urges to max out and actually stay healthy versus Anthony's like ascension of gaining weight and size and strength, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just think look at his options. Like, does he do 105 and then he's just ahead of everyone by 50 kilos, or does he go against Rondell, who's one of the strongest pound for pound lifters of our.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Well,
Like,
he
why
can get
would
his
you?
bag this year and then prove he's better than everybody next year by beating Rondell.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine he
So
wins Sheffield
funny.
this year and then he beats
The
Rondell
thing is
next
though
year.
too is
Like,
Anthony is so new. Like he only has one world title, like only one world title. But like I feel like for him, if he goes and starts getting a bunch at 105, that'd be better for his
Legacy.
legacy versus going and like if he does go up, he has way more potential to lose. You
but
know?
you imagine the first year that Rondell's allowed to come to the IPF and Anthony just says "fuck you"
Bro,
and beats
Anthony
him.
would become the world like goat slash everyone would hate him at the
Yeah.
same time. That would be fucked.
Rondell's
Okay,
first Sheffield just gets his fucking ass beat by Anthony. It'd
imagine
be crazy.
390, 270, and 375, let's say, just to 1,035. And he could probably
You gave him like
Not
nothing
enough.
on
I
his
think he needs more.
105
Yeah,
total.
well, that's what I'm saying, but like that's what I'm saying. It's not even much. Like I was like up 10, and then the deadlift match, and that's if he went up by 10 on the deadlift too. That's Rondell's best total.
I feel
Yeah.
like I could see Anthony like getting up to like 1,050 or something maybe, but like I think Rondell could also do more than that.
Yeah.
I think Anthony one day could squat four, especially if he's that heavy or four plus. Imagine
Yeah, yeah.
275, four, and then like 390. What is that? That's a billion. Let's just keep adding up numbers until Anthony's the best human ever.
Until he beats Jesus.
1,065, 400, 275, 390. That's why Anthony doesn't post his training because of all this. He doesn't want to hear everyone just overly hyping him.
Yeah. All right, should we pick podiums?
Yeah,
I guess so. Well, I was gonna say too. We were talking about the 120 record. It's still fucking held by Dennis Cornelius, is it not?
he's a
Yeah,
freak.
From 2016.
yep.
That's
That's got to
fucked.
be the longest
10
standing record.
years.
That and
Yep.
Subway.
It's
He
not
literally
even.
10 years.
Yep.
And it's a tough decade for it to last 10 years. Like, take
Yep.
it. It's not like,
Well, that's another reason why Anthony should just go 120 last second. Just drink a Gatorade and smash it.
eh.
Four wins.
Okay, who's your guys' podium? Trevor has Perk off the podium.
What?
All
No.
right, let's hear it then, someone.
Podium, eh? Well, I think one and two is Anthony and Park. I don't know if I've decided. I think
Like
Anthony's gonna win. Fuck it.
That's a hot take. I
I
think
like
that's
it. If Perk is actually gonna gun for 900, I think
then
there's gonna be some misses along the way, in my opinion.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you have Anthony and then Perk, and then who do you have in third?
Third place, eh? Gustav.
Anthony, Perk, Gustav.
What does Gustav need?
I
He
think that hypothetical total that I gave him gives him a 930 total, and then what does that mean percentage wise? Oh, that's only 1 point something, so he'd need to total.
I think Joe would have to
Okay.
miss him.
I believe in it.
He doesn't give a fuck, he just believes. All right, Kyle, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Perk, Anthony, Joe.
Perk and Joe. Okay. Damn. Okay. Kyle. All right. I'll go. All right. I think Kyle's podium's pretty good, but I'll switch it up. I'm gonna go Perk.
You're gonna be an Anthony hater, eh? If you're gonna switch it up.
No. Oh, I would never take Anthony off the podium. Anthony would like Anthony and Perk are
Yeah,
on
I
there.
think Anthony could win it, but I just feel like Perk. I feel like Perk should be able to do 900 based on what he's done. And I don't know if Anthony can cat. Like Anthony would have to do like 1,025, which I don't know if they'll load that up.
Yeah.
I don't know why you keep saying I don't know if they'll load it up. It's fucking Sheffield.
I mean, because there's a risk, like
Like,
they
what
could
do
miss
you
it.
mean?
Like they could miss it.
Do you think they care? It's Sheffield. If you win Sheffield,
Yeah, I think they
that's
care. I
it.
feel like making your third is more important than just loading up some crazy number to
But they're not crazy numbers.
for Anthony to hit 1,000. What? Let me see.
He needed like 375.
Hold on.
But that's to beat Perk not at 900.
Yeah, if Perk does 900, that's 7%. Anthony would need like 1,045.
He might load it up.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he needed
He's got
1,045
second
Okay,
plus.
let's make Anthony
regardless.
God mode right now.
He has second
386.
regardless. Why do you not load up?
385, 270, and 385. That's 1,040, so that's still less.
But if he's got second locked up, why would you not just load her up?
For intergalactics, obviously.
Fuck it.
Okay, I have Perk, Anthony, and then I'm gonna put Emil. I
Emil
think Emil.
Okrasa.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, cool.
I do think that Joe's a good pick for the podium,
Wait, did
but
you pick Emil for your 93 win though?
no, I had to pick Russ.
What?
I
You
actually
did
did the
that on the
same.
girls too.
Yeah, I did. I did that for the women as well. I did Heather to win, and then on the podium, Tiff's ahead of
Why wouldn't you
Heather.
put Russ for your
I
over?
don't really think Russ will come third. I don't think Russ will win the 93. Sorry, but I just did
Oh,
it to be different.
okay.
Yeah, but to me, the podium pick is more important to be right about the podium.
Okay, fair. What do
Yeah,
we think? Do we think so? We're all pretty much sure Anthony's gonna cross 1,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he'll hit a
Do we
thousand for
think Perk's
sure.
gonna hit 9 or no? What do you guys say?
Anthony has a better shot at hitting over 1,000 than Perk has at hitting over 9.
Oh yeah, yeah. What do you guys think about Perk hitting 9? Yes or no?
Let me type out the numbers quick. 336 to 16.5, and then three,
He's 347.
347 and a half. Yeah, I think Perk can do it.
So yes.
Yeah.
What do you think, Trevor? You said no?
No, I think no.
What do you think, Kyle?
I don't know. I'm so mixed because I literally just I remember when he dropped that training video, I was like, holy shit, he's hitting 910. But now that I add the numbers up, I feel like yeah, it would have to be I feel like he's more likely to fall on like the 890 something.
I think he could hit every one of these numbers. I just think the chance of him hitting all three of them on the same day are low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it has to. Yeah, it's like this is someone's hypothetical top end, so it has to be a perfect day across. And being 336 squat at 163, and then just living to bench like almost 5, and then living again to pull. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
How much ibuprofen that day? All of it.
Yeah.
All of the supply in Sheffield.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty good. We'll see who has the closer podiums. Trevor, are you more confident in your women's podium with Britt on top or Anthony on top for the men?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't
Like
know. To be
Perk's
honest,
gonna
I
have
think they're both like 50-50.
Hmm. Out of your podiums, I think Britt has a better shot at winning.
You think so?
Yeah, but if Perk goes for 9 no matter what in his brain and then he doesn't hit it, then Anthony could. I just think the percentages are so crazy for Perk if he has a great day.
Well, so they are for Anthony too. Anthony's 5% is 10-24.
I think less so. I think if Anthony hadn't gone as crazy at Worlds, like he could have a way better shot.
Oh yeah, if he didn't break the world record by 30 keys,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
Well,
See,
I would
That's why Perk was smart, but I guess he had no one on his tail chasing him this year.
Yeah.
I just think Britt's top end, like the hypotheticals, are closer. Like it's a better shot that she has her perfect meet, and then Heather and Tiff don't do so well, rather than Anthony having the super meet and Perk doing far worse than 900. If that makes sense.
My far worse is only like 880 something for Anthony just to win.
Yeah, I just don't really think Perk will unless he's like set on 900, even though it makes like it's just not there, and then he misses 20 keys of something. But I don't think he'll miss a squat. I don't. Maybe he could
One
miss a pull.
one deadlift is 15 kilos. He can go 8 for 9 and hit 880.
I guess.
Just
Well, then
one lift.
what I think what would probably happen is they might realize how good Anthony's doing and just not pull for 9. You know,
Yeah.
if they're like, oh my God, Anthony just lit up 365 on his second and he can pull anything or something
Yeah.
like that.
The
They're
more I
the
think about it, the more I think it's like Perk's not going to hit 9, but he's probably going to wrap up the win still. And then Anthony's going to hit something crazy above 1,000, but it won't be enough. And then Joe. So I like my overall podium.
okay. Yeah, good work, guys. Thank you everyone for listening. We'll have this up and let us know what you think. Leave some comments in the Spotify because you're allowed to do that now. So I think you've always been able to do that, but it's new to us. All right. You guys have a good night. Peace,
Are you
everyone.
hanging it up now?
Huh?
Are you hanging it up?
Do you want to say something else?
Yeah, I got to shit talk you guys a little bit.
What, right now?
He wants to shit talk us off the
Turn
air.
the recording off first.
All right, hold on.